Good morning. Now I have just woken up and opened up my swag, and today I will be going to Mitchel Falls, which is a big waterfall here in the Kimberleys. Now I'm gonna pack up my gear and have a shower, and then I think it's about 200 kilometers to go, and I'll see how far I get today. But I'll have a coffee first and start up. Alright, now as of for today. Yesterday I came from Home Valley, went to Ellenbray for a break, and now I'm staying at the Drysdale River station. So from here on I will be going north following the Columbaroo Gibb River Road, and then I will be going in here and go to the Mitchel Falls. It's about 200 kilometers. I might go up to Walsh Point there, Walsh Point. Now, as you've seen in the videos, I have been riding behind a couple of cars and overtaking cars, and that means that my motorbike is really dusty on the outside, and that means that the bike is going to be even more dusty on the inside. So before I take off today, I am going to change my air filter. The reason I do those air filter changes is quite real all of a sudden. While the outside looks beautiful, look at the inside. Completely covered in dust. So if you do not replace the air filter in time, before this dust get through, you're ruining your entire engine. Now really doing by that 5-minute job of replacing the air filter, you can spare your engine's life and make it last for years. Whereas if there gets dust in the engine once, you can forget it. Now I'm still at the Drysdale station, and it is almost, or it has been past 11 o'clock. And the bike didn't want to shift gears anymore this morning. So after some further investigation, I found out that there was very low oil in the bike. So I've just put new oil in and it starts changing again. And now it runs shit, so I'm trying to figure out what's happening. And it doesn't really run shit, but it shifts a bit weird. Now I've even put more oil in the bike, let it run for 20 minutes, did a ride, and now there is oil coming out of the bleed screw, so it might have been a little blockage. And I rang some mates who've got the same bike, and they said just continue on riding, because trucking it out of here to get it to a bike mechanic isn't an option. It's too expensive. So I'm gonna keep on riding now and see how far we'll get, and see if we can get it all the way. So it's nearly 1 o'clock now. Mitchel Falls is up next. 2.5 hours of riding. So let's see if it lasts. Now let me summarize what happened. This morning I wanted to take off to go to the Mitchel Falls, and when I packed up everything and was planning to ride away, the motorbike did not shift gears anymore. So what I did first was checking engine oil. Engine oil turned out to be low. Now after I checked the engine oil and I found out that it was low, I ended up topping up the engine oil, and after a bit of riding with it and then riding around the campsite, the bike shifted gears again. Now when it shifted gears again, I was in the beginning fairly happy, and I was doing a complete check of the motorbike. So I wanted to make sure everything was alright, because towing the bike away from here is gonna be incredibly expensive. So what I ended up doing is I undid the air bleeding screw, but there was no oil coming out of the air bleeding screw, and I ran it for like 20 minutes while the air bleeding screw was completely undone. And then normally you should get oil like spilling out of there, but it just did not do that. And after like 15-20 minutes of running, whilst the bike was already hot, then it started spitting oil out. So I'm making my way towards Mitchel Falls, continuing my plan, which is quite dangerous, because if this continues on, I'm going to be screwed in the middle of nowhere. So I have reset my trip meter now. After 50 kilometers, I'm going to recheck my oil level, and if the oil level has dropped slightly, I am not going up to the Mitchel Falls. I'm going to make my way back and make it back to Broome, to civilization, because I cannot be needing a tow from here. Oh, and there's people swimming as well. Probably no crocodiles then. Not too worried about crocodiles, are you?
Put some water in it.
Are you actually a bike mechanic? So what do you reckon about this problem?
Maybe it had, because it was a bit low, maybe it had a bit of an airlock. So keep it at the higher level. You guys got a sight window on this?
No.
Dipstick? Yeah, on the dipstick. Try and do it up at that level.
And yeah, you too. Now.
For such a long time, my heart is on hold. Bed for too long. When you're around, we never talk about the way we feel. You always leave a doubt. Waterfall of my love was yours.
Now, first up is the King Edward River. And I have heard that that river crossing is quite deep, but yeah, I'm curious to see if I can do it on the motorbike. So far I haven't been stopped by many rivers, so I'm hoping that this one won't be a problem either. Now let's have a look. That does look quite deep and shit. Now when it comes to river crossings, you can see I'm on the other side now. When it comes to river crossings, this one is quite a bit rocky, and that shouldn't be a problem. Only problem is that it is crocodile country, and I don't want to crash when there's nobody around me. And that's why I've just walked the river back and forth to check out what the best path will be for me with the motorbike. Now I'm going to stay left a little bit. It is a bit deeper on the left side. But there is less shallow drop-offs, or sorry, there's less steep drop-offs, and Yeah. So let's have a go at it. Now, let's have a go at this rocky river crossing again. And I know from these things that you do not want to go too fast. Oh, it's deep. We're getting there. We will be getting there. Hoppa, we made it through. Easy. I'm gonna go to the King Edward River campground and just have a quick swim. I'm sweating my brains out, so it wouldn't hurt to have a quick swim at all. Now, some tour guide just told me that you don't have to worry about saltwater crocodiles here, and so I will. But there's other people swimming here as well. And my rule of thumb is in this section of Australia where there's the possibility of crocodiles, my rule of thumb is always go with someone who is slower than you are. Oh shit, it's slippery. All right. Now that was very good to have a swim. Now I've got about an hour more of riding to do. It's 80 kilometers to the Mitchel Falls campground. Now it is a four-wheel drive track or an unmaintained road. 76 kilometers. Sure don't want to break down here. We're getting a lot of corrugations up ahead. When I arrive at my campsite, I will check my oil level again on the bike, and then see if I have to top it up or if it's still going all right. Jesus. As much as I love trying to capture everything that I see as good as possible on camera, you could never ever capture it as good as that it feels, or sometimes as terrible as that it feels, because those moments are definitely there while traveling as well. I'm at the Mitchel Falls campground. I have made it, and although there was some troubles with the bike this morning, I made it. Hello. Yeah.
We just saw them on the walk. They've just gone down to what's the place called? Oh, it's just a little waterfall.
Ah.
Gone for a little walk.
All right.
Their car was, I think, maybe in the day area or something. I thought I'd let you know that we saw them. They're probably still down there.
Did they tell you that I was going to be looking for them?
No, they just said we're going to meet on a bike, and so we went, oh, this must be him.
Yeah, the stack or something, yeah.
Ah, yeah. Sorry, what? They
left you a note on the car.
Ah, right. Nice. That's good fun. And they left me a note. Now I have arrived at the campsite and at Mitchell Falls, and still a bit concerned about the bike, but I'm glad I made it. The road was very rocky, some steep sections, but very fun to drive. Now the people who I camped with yesterday at Drysdale River Station, Aaron and Emma, I've met up with them here again, so they're just gone for a walk. They left a note for me, and gonna be camping with them tonight. Alright, now I have just met Aaron and Emma again. They were just away for a walk, and we're gonna set up camp somewhere, and I'm camping with them. And tomorrow morning we're going to the Mitchell Falls, and we'll get a helicopter ride up to the falls. Now that's them in the car there, so we're just driving up to the campsite, and we'll be setting up camp in a minute. Now we have found a track driving into, well, you could call it the bush. More bush than we already are. And we'll be setting up camp somewhere around here.
Light her up. Light her up, Edie.
Dinner time.
Cha-cha!
In the bush. Where are we?
Go Aussie-o!
Mitchell River National Park?
Mitchell Plateau, mate. Kimberley's.
And we've got it all sorted.
One of the most remotest places in the world. And we're here.
And we're doing it.
Hey, we are doing it, alright? Aye.
If you like my video, let me know. Like, share and subscribe.